Now, I want to take you back to the year 2000. Were you serving as a detective?
Yes.
And in the year 2000, what unit were you assigned to?
It's hard for me to say exactly, but it would have been probably crimes against persons. We really didn't, I can't recall when we started the internet crimes against children and kind of branched it off, but they used to be kind of commingled before that.
And during that time, I think you just said that if there was a missing persons report, would that go to the crimes against persons unit?
Frequently, yes.
Tell the jury briefly about your job duties and responsibilities if you received a missing persons report.
So, depending on where the missing persons report originated, more often than not it would be the Uniform Patrol Division. Then it would be, reviewed by their supervisors. It would come to the Criminal Investigation Division where it would be assigned to an investigator. In that case, once it got to us, we would do what we could to contact possible witnesses, same in any other case, trying to gather additional information, or do what we could, make sure that they were entered into the national databases so that if they were contacted by a law enforcement in any other jurisdiction, they might be identified and we would be made aware of it. So those types of things. We would be trying to do what we could to do steps additional to whatever the uniformed patrol officer may have done when they took the original report.
And with a missing persons report, are there times where there can be gaps in the investigation?
Frequently, I would think. There's a lot of times with adults, you don't know if they willingly left or not. Many of them you might have suspicions or have some concerns about because of lack of contact with people whom they normally contact, things of that nature. So you can have different degrees of it. Some of them, don't draw a lot of attention, and most of them are resolved within a few days. Somebody shows back up. Then you do have some like this that go on for a period of time. You have very little leads as to where the person may have gone, and you have few people, if any, who report to have any contact with them.
And you said in cases such as this, where you assigned a missing persons investigation of a Melissa Wolfenbarger.
So I don't have the initial report going back that far, which would give me verification. Oftentimes, if cases go on for extended periods, more than one person could work on it. So I definitely was assigned to it or working on it in 2000, 2003. Whether it was initially my case from the beginning or my case the entire time that it was open, I can't say.
When did you first get involved in this missing persons investigation?
The report that I do have to review, it's around January of 2000 is when I was making some contacts and talking to people.
And in January of 2000, what were some of the first steps that you recall doing when you received the case or worked on the case?
I have some indications and reports. We're summarizing contacts with Melissa's parents, with Christopher's mother, sister, his grandparents, and if there's anyone else I don't recall offhand.
Okay. And at that time, did you start in January of 2000? Based on your report that you did? Okay. So I want to kind of start chronologically, starting in January 2000. In January 2000, did you speak with first Norma Patton?
Yes.
And are you able to tell the jury when in January of 2000 did you speak to Norma Patton?
That was January 12th.
At that time, when you spoke with Norma Patton, to your knowledge, was there any other missing persons report regarding Melissa Wolfenbarger?
Not that I'm aware of.
Now, are you able to tell from your report how you spoke with her? Was it on the phone, in person? Are you able to indicate
On
that?
the phone.
Without telling me what your conversation was she able to provide you information regarding the last time she had met with or saw her daughter?
Yes.
Was she able to provide you information about Melissa's children?
Yes.
After speaking with Ms. Patton, what, if anything, did you do to look for relatives of Ms. Wolfenbarger?
So the police department has databases that include all the people that the police have encountered, throughout the year. So all those reports are entered in there. So I did checks like that. Did at later times checks with persons from I think some type of Department of Labor, things like that, trying to find out if there's a record of them working somewhere, various things like that. But in this particular instance, right after speaking with Miss Norma Patton, then I looked into the police records to see if there might be anything I could associate with the family or with her.
And based on any of your leads, were you able to tell if Melissa had gotten any jobs after 1996?
I think 1996 is the last employment record I had.
Now, in October of 2000, what, if anything, did you do regarding your investigation to the missing persons report of Melissa Wolfenbarger?
I spoke to Kathy Wolfenbarger, I'm sorry.
And where did you meet with her, in person or over the phone or something else?
In person.
Okay. And where did you meet with her?
268 Lakeview Drive, Locust Grove, Georgia.
And did that appear to be her home?
Yes.
When you met with her, did you tell her why you were present?
Yes.
What did you tell her about why you were present?
That I was investigating a missing person involving Melissa.
What was her demeanor? Did you notate anything about her demeanor when you told her why you were present?
I noted that she was reluctant to talk to me about it initially, but as we spoke, she was able to overcome that and talk to me and provide some information.
Did she provide the information willingly or reluctantly?
Well, it was, like I said, noted originally that she was reluctant to talk to me about it, but then, of course, I'm going to try to overcome that and tell her that, her assistance is going to help with the investigation. So that's what I was trying to relay to her, and then eventually she did provide information about the family.
Okay. Did you notate in your report that she provided that information reluctantly?
Yes.
And what type of information was she able to provide for you?
This sounds like we're getting into hearsay now, Your Honor.
Not specifically, but what generally? Was she able to give you phone numbers? Was she able to give you other people you needed to talk to? Generally, what information was she able to provide?
Based on that, I'm going to let her continue. Go ahead.
She gave some general information about the family members. Didn't provide, that I can recall or obtain from the notes, any type of phone numbers or anything specifically on someone to contact.
Did you ask her specifically about information on Christopher Wolfenbarger?
I did speak to her about Christopher, obviously wanting to speak with him and get his information.
And was she able to provide you any contact information for Christopher?
No.
You notated in your report that she was reluctant. Why was it important for you to notate that she was reluctant in your report?
There could be a number of reasons that somebody's reluctant to talk to us, so I just made a note of that. It could have some bearing on the information she provides or the circumstances that she might be involved with a particular case, something like that. It's just, it is relevant to us. It could have some bearing on it, but that's why it would be noted.
Okay. Taking you to February of 2001, did you have the occasion to speak with Mr. and Mrs. Patton?
Yes, it did.
And when did you speak with Mr. and Mrs. Patton?
February 22nd, 2001.
Excuse me. And did you speak with both Carl and Norma Patton at that time?
Yes, it did.
What, if anything, did you tell them about where you were in your investigation?
Speaking with them, I had not been able to speak to Christopher at that point, and that after talking to them, I informed them I would do a few things, see if I could generate some additional leads in the case, and that is when, in fact, we spoke to one of the representatives from the Georgia Department of Labor and obtained some work history for Christopher and Melissa.
Okay. And at this point, we're February of 2001, so is this about a year and 1 month after you initially spoke with Ms. Patton?
Yes.
And at that time, were they still concerned about their child's whereabouts?
Yes.
In February 2001, did you also speak with a Richard and Virginia Autry?
Yes.
Okay. And what date did you speak with them?
February 26, 2001.
And what was your understanding of who Richard and Virginia Autry were?
I understood them to be the grandparents of Christopher Wolfenbarger.
And did you speak with them in person or over the phone?
In person.
Okay. And where did you speak with them? Not necessarily the address, but was it their home or
Their residence.
And did they provide you any information that assisted you in your investigation?
Yes, they did.
Were they able to provide you any contact information for Christopher?
They did provide some historical information that's about him and Melissa.
Okay. Did they provide you any, a contact phone number, address, a location where to find Christopher?
No. And
at this point in time, had Christopher reached out to you in this now year period to talk to you about Melissa and this missing person investigation?
No.
Taking you to September of 2001, what happened or what occurred in September 2001?
September, I did have a chance to interview Christopher Wolfenbarger at the Henry County Police Department.
Okay. And what date did you interview him?
September 12th, 2001.
And is this now approximately 18 months after the initial missing persons report?
Yes.
And at this time, when you met with Christopher, were you aware if any remains were found as related to Melissa Wolfenbarger?
No.
At this time, were you aware of any investigation or any body parts being found in Atlanta in 1999?
No.
Now, was this interview videotaped?
It was.
Okay. And at this point in time, was Mr. Wolfenbarger under arrest at all?
No.
Okay. And did he speak to you?
Yes, you did.
Now, have you had the opportunity to view this videotape in preparation for your testimony?
I did.
Now, tell the jury about the sound quality on this particular video.
So I did view the video, and the sound, at least on the device that I was listening to, is very difficult to hear for myself. I have a report, so I was reviewing the notes of it. It seems to correspond, but again, the audio is difficult for me to comprehend.
Okay. And have you had opportunity to listen to it and watch it in preparation for your testimony today?
I did.
All right. Permission to approach, Your Honor?
Granted.
I'm going to quote what's been marked as State Exhibit 72. Tell me if you recognize this as Exhibit 72.
This is, yes, I did.
How do you recognize it?
I initialed and dated it.
Is that the 2001 video that we were just referencing?
Yes, I did.
And does that video appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of the interview you conducted with Mr. Wolfenbarger in September 2001?
Yes, I did.
Do it appear to be any additions or deletions?
No.
Your Honor, this time the state would like to admit State's Exhibit 76.
Mr. McDermott, Mr. Samuel?
No objection.
72 is admitted.
Thank you. And permission to publish.
Permission granted.
Battery 70%. Connected to QHEDL 5410E2682.
Is this the interview? It is. This pretty much the sound quality throughout the most of the video. Okay. Did you take notes about your conversation with Mr. Wolfenbarger?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So when you met with him, was he able to give you kind of a history of when they first met?
Yes.
Okay. What did he tell you about when they first met?
He said that he first met Melissa when she was 15.
And did he tell you how he had met her?
He said that she had run away from home, but I don't recall any, details much beyond that.
And was he able to tell you whether or not they were married or not?
Yes.
Were they married?
Yes, they were.
Okay. And when did they get married?
And he said 1992 or 95.
Okay. He said 92 or 95.
And I noted 95, I believe, in my report, so I don't know if we clarified that.
Was he able to tell you if they had children?
Yes.
And how many children did he tell you that they had?
2.
Now, did he tell you about where they lived?
He did.
Okay. And where did he tell you that they lived?
I believe they were living with his mother at that time.
Did there ever come a time where they moved from his family's home?
I don't see a notation for that, and I don't recall that.
Do you recall him telling you that they lived at 824 Brookline Street in Atlanta, Georgia?
Yes.
Okay. Is that contained within your report?
Yes.
Okay. Did he tell you about where he worked?
I think he did discuss some of his employment. Let me check the notes for clarification. Yes, he was working for a glass company.
And did he tell you where the glass company was?
I don't see a notation for that.
Okay. You're on permission to approach?
Permission granted.
This, what I'm showing you, is that a copy of your report?
Yes, it is.
Is that a summary of your interview with Mr. Wolfenbarger?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to direct you to this line right here.
Yes, I did see that. He provided that the glass company was on Avon Street, but I don't have a city or any other location for it.
Okay. And did he tell you about where Melissa worked?
Yes,
Where did he tell you Melissa worked?
a Waffle House in Doraville.
Now, did he discuss to you about his relationship with Melissa around November, December of 1998?
Yes.
What do you recall him telling you about his relationship with Melissa around that time?
That they were together around the November, December timeframe of 98.
Did he tell you anything about being separated but then getting back together? God bless you.
Thank you.
He stated that they were together for about a month in that time, and so I don't want to misstate your question. I don't know that we discussed so much being separate. He just indicated they were together for about a month, which might imply that. But
I'm gonna approach you again.
You don't have to ask every time for the same witness. Thank you.
I'm gonna direct you
like I say, that he did indicate they were separated. They gotten together for about a month at that time.
to. Okay.
Ms.
But you-
Hilton, I'm sorry for interrupting. Will you take down the screen share, please?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
But did you notate that he told you they got separated but got back together around Thanksgiving of 1998?
Yes.
All right. And then according to him, did he tell you when Melissa moved out?
Yes.
When did he tell you that she moved out?
Around Christmas of 1998.
All right. Now, after she moved out, did he tell you if he ever saw Melissa again?
He did.
Okay. What did he tell you about when he saw Melissa again?
He stated that he saw Melissa walking on Lee Street in Atlanta several months after that she had left, so sometime in 1999.
Okay. Do you recall him telling you approximate month about when he saw her in 1999?
I don't recall it. I'll review the report.
Do you recall him telling you it was between either March or April of 1999?
I don't recall that, and I don't know that I notated the specific month.
Okay. What did he tell you about when he saw her in 1999?
That she was walking on Lee Street, that she didn't look particularly well, that had indications of possible drug use.
Was he able to tell you if she was with someone, dating someone?
She said he didn't say that she was with someone walking, but he did say that she may have been involved with someone named Mike, whom she worked with at the Waffle House in Doraville.
In 2001, regarding the last time he saw her, did he only tell you that he saw her walking down the street?
Yes.
Did he tell you about anything about where she was going?
No.
Did he tell you, if you can recall, about what their conversation was?
No.
Did he tell you why he never made a report as to why she was missing?
No.
Did he tell you anything about whether or not he contacted her family to let them know that she was missing?
He stated that he didn't contact her family or wasn't in contact with her family.
And did he give you a reason why he didn't contact her family?
He stated that they did not get along or they didn't like him.
This juncture, when you interviewed him, do you know where he was living?
Indication I have is he was stated he lived at 824 Brookline.
Okay. Did you have an address that you notated in your report for him at the bottom of your report?
507 Kenny Drive, Hinesville.
Okay. So at the time, do you know if he was still living on Brookline or if he was living on Hinesville?
I don't know. The report, it may be referencing that he stated that, or they lived at Brookline, so maybe when they're together they were Brookline, maybe he was at this other address.
I couldn't,
Sorry, you're actually getting in front of the microphone.
sorry.
That's okay.
Apparently, in the report, I indicated that he and Melissa both lived on Brookline, and at the end, I have a different address, so that Brookline address may have been referenced to when they were together.
thank you.
And is it safe to say that what you have in your report is a summary of parts of that interview?
These are bullet points.
And would the interview contain everything that you all actually discussed?
That's right.
Okay. After speaking with Mr. Wolfenbarger, did you speak with any of his family?
Yes.
And who did you speak with?
His sister, Kimberly.
And did she provide you information regarding Melissa at that time?
Yes.
Now I want to take you to December of 2001.
2001.
Did you meet with anyone in December of 2001?
December.
With the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office?
Okay, yes, December 27th.
Okay. And who did you meet with?
Mary Beth Hoptall, or Heptall.
And do you recall why in December you met with her?
To document dental records for Melissa Wolfenbarger.
Now, are these dental records that you received?
Yes.
In December 2001, did you do anything else with the dental records?
So once they were entered into this document to where they could be placed in the national database, I gave that to one of our communications and records personnel at the police department so it could be entered.
And you said it was put into a national database. What type of national database?
I think it's like NCIC is a program that we have for missing persons or stolen cars or anything like stolen property, all of that. So it's a database where a road officer or any officer can call in a person's ID and they'll note that if they're reported missing or a stolen object or whatever it may be. My understanding of this was that the pathologists or the doctors were able to chart or make some type of notation regarding dental records that could be entered in this. So if another agency had a remains that were unidentified, they could cross-reference this and it might help them to pull the cases together to further seek identification.
And did you do that? Did you put her dental records on NCIC?
Yes.
After December of 2001, excuse me, is it in December of 2001 when you put her dental records on NCIC?
Yes, December 31st was when the document that Ms. Hepdahl helped produce was provided to our communications people, who are the persons that would enter it into that system.
After December 30th, 2001, and the dental records are placed into NCIC, when is the next part of your investigation in this case?
March 13th of 2003.
So almost 18 months later again, after the records go into NCIC.
Yes.
What occurred in March of 2003?
Dr. Carol Terry contacted me regarding the records, and I ended up meeting with her and bringing the records so that she could review them.
Okay. And what date is that in March of 2003?
March 13th.
And Dr. Terry, where was she a medical examiner?
Yes.
Where did she work?
Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office here in Atlanta.
You said here in Atlanta?
In Atlanta.
Okay. And when you met with Dr. Terry, did you meet with her at the Fulton County Medical Examiner's
Yes,
Office?
I did.
Was there anyone else present with the two of you when you all met?
Mainly the two of us. We were in their office, so there were other people around, but I believe I only recall speaking with primarily her, and if there was somebody else there, they weren't involved in it, and I didn't make any notation of it.
And during that meeting, was she able to provide you with information regarding unidentified human remains?
Yes.
After that meeting on March 13th, did you send anything to Dr. Terry?
Yes, I did.
What did you send to her?
A written copy of the dental records pertaining to Melissa Wolfenbarger
And how did you send that information to her?
by fax.
And after you sent those dental records, did you receive information on the identity of the skull that they were trying to identify?
Yes.
Once the skull was identified, what day was it identified?
March 14th, 2003.
So the same day you sent over the dental records, the same day it was identified?
Yes.
Did you discuss any investigative tools or testing that could be done on the skull?
We talked about DNA testing.
Now, once the remains were identified, just answer yes or no, did you attempt to locate Chris?
Yes.
Okay. And did you locate him?
Yes.
All right. I want to take you to March of 2003. Did you have an opportunity to interview Chris Wolfenbarger again?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What day was that?
I don't have a report on that. I don't have a summary for that one, but it was it was at the Gwinnett County Jail. I'm sorry.
Was it close in time to when the head was identified?
Again, I don't have a date, so
Did anyone go with you to interview Chris?
Detective Calhoun,
And where did Detective Calhoun work at the time?
I believe Atlanta Police.
And during that interview, were you the primary person leading that interview?
Yes, I was.
At that time, strike that. Tell the jury briefly about your kind of interview style when you interview individuals.
I mean, every interview that I do, I'm trying to obtain truthful information, so I try to speak to everyone respectfully for one thing, and take what they're providing as factual information until it can be proven otherwise. So I just sit down with a person like I would sit down with anybody in any circumstance and ask them questions and stuff. If it gets to a point where there's some contradictory information or something that appears to be a problem in there, we definitely might confront them about that or go further into detail about it. But for the most part, I try to be, have a good rapport with them and just sit down and ask logical questions and take what they provide as factual information.
Now, when you interviewed him, did you allow him to kind of lock him into a version before telling him whether or not Melissa was found or not?
Well, it was just reviewing and obtaining the history that he provided again, which we did. And then later at the end or near the end of the interview, he was informed that Melissa had been identified.
And was he able to give you a history again of their relationship?
Yes.
Leading up to the last time he saw her?
Yes.
During the course of that interview, do you recall him talking about her father?
Yes.
What, if anything, did Chris tell you about Melissa's relationship with her father?
I think that that they didn't have a really good relationship, that they didn't communicate, I think.
Do you recall him telling you that she loved her father?
I don't recall that.
Do you recall him telling you that?
I'm going to object to the leading.
Rephrase.
Do you remember asking him whether or not her father could do something like this?
I don't. No.
Do you remember him in this interview again discussing about them trying to work on their relationship in the end or December of 1998?
I don't specifically recall it, and I'd have again. I did review that interview, but I don't recall his exact statements.
Do you remember him telling you about the last time he saw Melissa?
Yes.
What do you recall about him telling you about the last time he saw Melissa?
He stated that he saw her walking from around the train station, and that he didn't initially recognize her, I believe.
Do you remember him telling you when he saw her?
No, I don't.
Do you remember if he told you that this was again in March or April of 19?
This is leading. He doesn't remember. Now she's answering the question for him.
But I'm asking.
Y'all come here for a second.
Keep your distance.
If you'll please rephrase your question, Ms. Hilton.
Do you recall in the interview if it was any months after the last time he had Do you recall when it was?
I don't specifically recall when it might have been.
And have you had the opportunity to view that interview in its entirety? Or listen to that interview, excuse me?
I did listen to it.
Okay. And in listening to that interview, did that appear to be a complete and accurate depiction of that interview as you recall it back from 2003?
It does.
And I'm going to show you what's going to be marked as Exhibit 73. Looking at what's and on here, does it indicate the date of that interview?
Yes, it does.
What is the date of the interview?
March 18, 2003.
And again, I'm sure that you'll remember because it's 2003. Did this appear to be the entirety of the interview that we just discussed?
Yes.
Your Honor, this time the state's going to admit State's Exhibit 73 and will produce a hard copy for the court.
Mr. Samuel?
You speak so fast, but we don't have an objection to the tape.
Okay. Exhibit 73.
My understanding is there needs to be redactions at some point, but that's fine.
Yes.
Okay. Exhibit 73 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, after you met with Mr. Wolfenbarger, and you said you met with Detective Calhoun, met him with Detective Calhoun?
Yes.
And did you know where Detective Calhoun worked?
Atlanta Police Department.
And what was your understanding of Investigator Calhoun's role with relation to the remains that were found in Atlanta in 1999?
That he would take up the investigation at that point, now that the remains have been identified.
And at that point in March of 2003, did you then turn over your file and information to Detective Calhoun?
I don't recall specifically giving him the file, but, the case was more or less, or the aspect of the remains was out of our jurisdiction, so we didn't have any further involvement with it.
And from what you know, did Detective Calhoun then continue the investigation at that point?
As far as I know.
Of course, indulgence for one moment. No further questions.
Thank you. Mr. Samuel?
Thank you.
You still go by detective or mister, or what do you prefer?
Tom is fine.
Tom. Well, Tom, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So just working backwards, the last time you spoke with Chris was, Mr. Wolfenbarger, was, there was a tape, but you didn't take any notes at all so you're going by memory?
No, I listened to the audio, Unfortunately, if there is a report generated about it, which there should have been, I don't have, access to it or haven't been provided at this point. So that's the downside of that for me. I can't refer to it as I could the first one.
Yes.
So I only have, the audio, which I did listen to, and then trying to recall
When did
that is difficult.
Well, it wasn't my hand. When was the last time you listened to it?
I was listening to part of it this morning, but I didn't make it completely through. I listened to it a couple of days ago as well.
Okay. And this was 22 plus years ago.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just have a couple of questions. I want to talk to you about you talked about having met the grandparents and Patton family. And then you met with Chris the first time on September 12th, 2001, right?
I think that's right, yes.
And where was that meeting?
Henry County Police Department.
Okay, so he came to the police department, just met with you because you asked him to come, and he came to meet with you.
Right.
Okay. That was the day after 9/11.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Because it was September 12th, 2001.
Right.
Okay. Or I imagine a lot of our minds were in different places that day. And he told you about the background. He told you where they lived, right?
Yes.
824 Brookline. He told you that she had worked at the Waffle House in Doraville, right, Melissa?
Yes.
And I'm just going by your report because I can't listen to the audio either because it's totally inaudible, basically, that audio. He told you that the relationship was such that sometimes she would leave for days at a time,
Yes.
stayed at motels, including up near the Waffle House where she then worked.
Yes.
Okay. And there was when you were answering the prosecutor's questions, there was some concern about when he said he had last seen her. Your notes indicate that what he said was that she moved out in Christmas of '98, right?
Right.
Okay. And that he saw her one more time a few months later, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And this is when she was walking on the street, and later when you talked to him, whatever, 2 years later, he said it was heading towards the train station or outside the train station, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So he told you basically the same thing 2 years later when you talked to him up in Lawrenceville, correct?
That he saw her on the street on one occasion, and then more information that they spoke on the second occurrence,
Right. He said that she looked disheveled when he saw her that occasion?
Yes.
Okay. He also reported to you that he was aware that she had been involved with a man named Mike, right? He's from the Waffle House up in Doraville, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's when he mentioned that she was staying at a hotel with Mike, as far as he knew, correct?
The way I have it noted is that he said that she was involved with this person named Mike that worked at the Waffle House, and that I noted that one time when she left Mike, she was staying at a Shallowford Lodge.
Okay.
So,
Okay, very good. And then he also told you exactly where he lived, gave you the address. You mentioned that already, that he said he lived in Hinesville, gave you his phone number, gave you his address, all of which you noted in your report, right? Okay, so he wasn't hiding out where he was or using a fake name or anything like that,
not
correct?
that I know of.
Okay. And of course, this was a missing persons report, so when eventually the medical examiner was able to take the dental records and compare it with the skull that had been located, it was no longer a missing persons report, right?
Right.
Which is why you were finished, basically.
Yes.
You did one more interview with Detective Calhoun, who we saw yesterday. Was he taking notes, do you know?
I don't recall.
Okay. How long was the first interview that we just rehearsed a little bit?
So the first one that with the poor audio, is that
Correct.
about 30 minutes or so, I think?
Okay, you just have a one-page report, so obviously it's a summary, it's not a transcript, right?
Right.
The second interview up in Lawrenceville was quite a bit longer. The one you did with Calhoun,
Was a little
Detective
bit
Calhoun.
longer. That one, from listening to them, may have gone maybe 50-something minutes, maybe.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Ms. Hilton? Any redirect?
No, nothing further.
Okay, thank you, sir. You may step down.